My name is Chloe Chambers. I'm 16 years old. I'm racing in the U.S. Formula 4 Championship, and I'm car number 8.
Well, Chloe, let me start by saying how excited I am for you. How excited are you? You've been karting a long time, but this is the big stuff. This is the big time.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm really happy to be here, be racing cars. This is my first year in cars. I've been racing karts for 8 years, so this has been a long time coming, but this is just an amazing opportunity. I'm really excited.
And what does the Future Star Racing scholarship mean to you?
It's just amazing. This is really what gave me the opportunity to race in the Formula 4 Championship, and I'm super grateful for everybody's help. Mark and Alora are just super generous, and I'm extremely grateful to have their support.
I'm going to say, it's not just a scholarship financially, it's also real people helping you out. People like Al Unser Jr., one of the greats and one of the great names of racing in America.
Yeah, it's just amazing. The team that they've put together is, it's top notch, and I'm really excited to be working with these great names, and they're helping me a lot so far.
Tell me a little bit about your karting, because you've got to the dizzy heights. I know that you were third in the Nationals at one point, and have really, you've made a name for yourself already. So you're not coming in here as an unknown.
Yeah, so I've been racing karts for 8 years. I started when I was 8, and in 2019, that was really my breakthrough season. That's the season where I really put a lot of effort into doing a lot of national races and getting my name out there. And what you're talking about is Supernats in Las Vegas, which is the biggest kart race in the world, is what a lot of people say. And I came third there in X30 Junior, and that's really where my recognition really just took off.
I don't need to tell you, we haven't had that many women in motorsport, but it's changing, and it's changing quickly. In the last few years, we really have seen an upsurge of both women drivers and people involved at all levels of motorsport. How excited are you to be in this era where finally you're getting the recognition and the chance to go racing?
Yeah, it's just amazing. Like I said, I'm super happy to be racing and being able to put my name out there. And being a female also, helps me get that recognition and prove to people that, females can do just as good as the males.
Are you taking it day by day, or have you got an ambition? Where would you like to be, let's say, in 5 years?
My first goal is to reach Formula 1. And then after that, I'm open to pretty much anything that I'm given.
Would you care which team you drove for? I know you've driven against Lewis Hamilton in karts already, but would you want to be in the Haas American team, or would you care?
I would like to be on a winning team. I don't just want to get into F1. I want to get into F1 and win. So, any team that'll give me the opportunity to do that would be great.
What's missing out of that prospect? What have you got to learn first and foremost before you can be starting to look towards the future?
Well, right now it's just a learning curve. Going from karts to cars, I have to learn how to, the techniques that you use in the cars is a little bit different from karting. So right now it's just, learning as much as I can about driving and racing and everything that I can possibly learn.
Well, they're certainly going to give you a baptism of fire this weekend. You've already had an incident that you were involved in, not your fault, but looks as though there's some rain coming. How do you feel about the weekend ahead?
I'm really hopeful for race number 3. The rain, I like the rain. I raced in the rain in karts, so, I've had wet weather experience. And I only started driving in the rain on Thursday, and after Thursday, I figured out that I really loved the rain.
Who's inspired you? Who's your favorite driver, male or female?
I'd have to say I've always been a really big fan of Ayrton Senna. And then, I've always followed him. Even since I was little, I've always, loved his driving style, his attitude, and everything.
Well, you're certainly creating some stir in some of the media. I hear you're actually going to be on TV in New York next week.
Yeah, for Pix 11. It's, it's a news channel for the tri-state area. I did a little segment with them right after my Guinness World Record last year. And so they, after my segment, they said, maybe we should catch up with her once she gets her driver's license. So I got my driver's license earlier in the week, so, it's a perfect time to catch up.
Now, that was for slalom. I noticed there's some bollards down there. If it rains and they call your race off, we might have to get you to do some slalom. So you're the world record holder slalom champion.
Yeah, for a production car slalom, I did it last year in August in the you know, I did it with Porsche, and it was in the Porsche 718 Spider. So.
Finally, away from racing, I know that something that's on the car and it's something that's personal to you is a gift of adoption. Tell me about that and why that's important to you.
Yeah, so Gift of Adoption is an organization who, you know, tries to unite children with loving families, and that's a really big part of my life, considering my siblings and I are all adopted, and I think it's just a really good cause to be representing in, you know, in a kind of world that isn't so used to seeing this kind of stuff. And I think bringing recognition to it is really important, and I think it's something everybody can help out with.
Finally, what's your goal for race 3?
For race 3, I'm just trying to make up as many positions as I can and keep my nose clean.
Love it. Thank you. It's really refreshing to hear a young person, male or female, talk about their aspirations of Formula One. How do you feel, given that, like I said, there's so few women have made it to the top? Do you feel that you can compete on an equal level with the men and beat them?
Yeah, I can. You know, I think the car doesn't know if you're male or female. Your skill is really what drives it. I do competitive swimming, and in that there is a difference, just based on anatomy. But you know, when you're racing cars, it just comes down to talent.
And what about your training? Because as you go up and the G-forces get higher, you're going to have to train more, neck muscles, arm muscles, upper arms, and so on and so forth. How's your training, Rosie?
Training is going pretty well. Once again, I do competitive swimming, so that's you know, it's pretty physical sport.
What's your stroke?
And backstroke.
Cool.
Yeah, backstroke's my main stroke. It's kind of opposite because I'm not very tall, but backstroke I think I had the 7th fastest time in my section. So yeah, I've been swimming since I was like 6, so it's been a pretty big part of my life, and I've really loved it.
Well, listen, finally, let our viewers and fans know where we can find you on social media so that the young girls and the young guys can start to follow you out there.
On Instagram and Facebook, you can find me at Chloe Chambers Racing, and on Twitter, you can find me at Chloe C Racing.
All right. Best of luck this weekend. We'll be following you all year. And if you get a chance, come and join me in the commentary booth. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, thank you.